911, what's the emergency?
I hear gunshots next door.
You hear gunshots, what's your address?
Yes, it's my neighbor's house, next door.
What's the address?
42853 Locker Street.
What's your name?
Terry Lawson. I see him running.
Who do you see? Describe him to me.
He's a black man running. He's wearing a hoodie. Hurry! He's coming my
He's
way!
what?
He's at my door. He's going to kill me!
Okay, calm, man. We have police units on the way. Do me a favor and hide somewhere until the police come.
Hurry, please!
Before the 911 call, what specifically did you hear, Mrs. Lawson?
I heard a man scream, "I'm going to fucking kill you," and then I heard gunshots.
Do you know who said those words?
Your Honor, she's speculating. According to Ms. Lawson's police report, she did not see who said those words.
Is that an objection?
Yes, that is an objection.
Then say objection.
Sustained. Counsel, no need to directly address counsel. Thank you.
I'll rephrase the question. Does that voice sound like the defendant's as he was banging and screaming at your door?
Yes, it does.
Right after the gunshots, what did you see?
I saw a black man running. He was wearing a hoodie, and he had this deathly look on his face, and he looked very angry, and his nostrils were flaring.
Objection, Your Honor. The question has been asked and answered. The witness is painting a presumptive image of the defendant to the jury. Motion to strike her last response.
Sustained. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are to disregard the descriptive portion of the answer Mrs. Lawson gave of the defendant. Mrs. Lawson, can you please listen carefully to counsel questions and answer precisely as you can? And please don't suggest any extra information. Thank you.
Sorry.
Now, after seeing the defendant running towards you,
It looked like he was carrying a gun. I was petrified.
no further questions.
Counsel.
Ms. Lawson, how long have you lived in the witness?
About 30 years.
And where did you live before that?
Back east,
East what? East Detroit, East Jersey, East New York,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Ms. Lawson, does Oklahoma have a lot of black folks?
Objection, Your Honor. That has nothing to do with the testimony.
Your Honor, this has everything to do with the testimony or reference up.
Counsel, where are you going with this?
Your Honor, we're asking for the impeachment of Ms. Lawson's testimony. I've just obtained a police report from Oklahoma City, dated December 23rd, 1993, where the witness made inaccurate and defamatory statements about her neighbors, who might not add a black. And I quote, "It was probably all the black people next door doing all the break-ins." Oh, Ms. Lawson also has a bench warrant issued in Oklahoma City because of her statements.
What? I didn't know anything about this. I moved.
Objection, Your Honor. Prior criminal acts are irrelevant character evidence under Rule 404.
Your Honor, we're offering this impeachment evidence under Rule 608.
The court grants impeachment of Mrs. Lawson. The jury will disregard all testimony by Mrs. Lawson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to take a brief 20-minute recess. I'm going to ask you to step back into the jury room. Please remember my admonition to you. Don't discuss this case amongst yourselves, form any opinion, and don't allow anybody to talk to you about this case.
Welcome back to Burden of Proof. As always, I'm joined with Black activist and community leader Quintarius X. I'm your host, Tori Lauren. Due to the complexity of the case and decency involving sexual assault, the judge has chosen to exclude all non-courtroom personnel and to close the trial to the public to lessen the ongoing humiliation of the victims and witnesses. What are your thoughts?
What we saw this past week between the prosecution and the media, okay, a smear campaign spread across the nation, the racial injustice of black people. Right? To have this young brother, his character, his future, his livelihood. But
If you're not guilty, what are you running from?
You do not interrupt me, okay? I did not interrupt you. Do not interrupt me. Now, to answer your question, all right? This young brother was protecting himself from these animals in a predominantly white neighborhood.
Animals.
Yes, animals. All right. This young brother lit a fire to the other young brothers and sisters, so they do not have to see the mental, the spiritual, and the psychological slave plantation that has been this corrupt judicial system aimed at enslaving the black man.
This is not a race thing. This is not a white thing, black thing, gay thing. This is a wrong versus right thing.
It is always a race thing when a black man is charged. Guilty until proven innocent, according to you white folks. Guilty as his color.
He committed a violent crime. If it were up to me, if it were my child, he would be locked away for life.
Allegedly, okay? And it's not up to you, it's up to the jury, okay? And let me tell you, if your son committed a vile act against my manhood, then expect the same reaction. I don't care who you are.
You condone this kind of violence.
If the glove fits, expect to get hit.
Prove to me he's innocent. You have eyewitnesses, DNA, physical and circumstantial evidence, but you started off by saying he's guilty by the color of his skin. No, he's guilty by the evidence. But you keep using black privilege to... Yes, black privilege, I said it, to say that everything is racist. You seem unwilling to concede that the evidence is stacked against him. But sure, blame it on the color of his skin, but deep down inside, you know he's guilty.
You have a black student, a man of God, an athlete, good looking, mentally and physically intelligent. But reality says that this young brother can't escape being black in America. At the end of the day, they give you brothers a Negro wake-up call. The only thing this young brother was guilty of is being black and intelligent in America. And they pulled this brother's black card.
After leaving the bar, what happened next?
We were driving around the parking lot looking for Michael's car. I was getting scared, having doubts that his car was towed away.
What made you think that?
Because it was late and we were alone together. Are you sure you parked here?
Girl, yes, I'm sure I parked. How many times I gotta tell you that?
Don't yell at me, okay? I'm trying to be helpful. My shift is over and it's late. Your car probably got towed. You know, I know it sucks, but let's just relax for a minute. I'm not driving around frustrated.
All right, you know what? I'm sorry. My fault. It's my fault. But I wasn't yelling though.
No, it's my fault. I had a couple of drinks and I'm just frustrated right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I had a good time. For real.
Really? Oh, that's good. So, what do you want to do now?
I thought we were going back to your place.
What about your car?
Don't even worry about it. I'll go get it in the morning. It's not really important. But don't let me keep you up if you got work in the morning now.
No, definitely taking the night off.
Oh yeah, what do you do for work?
I'm in the entertainment business.
Oh, an actress. Girl, can you sing?
Something like that. It's cool. It pays the bills.
You want to call it a night?
I'm fine.
Your eyes look amazing.
I know. Thank you. Wait, preacher, are you getting fruity with me?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lord Jesus, please. I couldn't resist. The temptation was too much. I'm so sorry. I'm so...
relax. Don't go off and kill yourself.
No. I have to just, Lord Jesus, I repent in the name of Jesus. It should have been a holiday. Lord, please forgive me. Please forgive me of my sin. I'm so sorry. Look, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to touch you the rest of the night. I promise.
Are you a man of your word?
Yeah, if you don't have your word, what do you have?
I like you. You're different.
So are you. Ooh! Praise Jesus. Hey, glory to God. God is good.
So, are we going back to my place now?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So, it was Mr. Robinson who initiated the first kiss?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
It was okay.
Did he enjoy it?
He had no complaints.
Until there was a witness.
Are you sure about this? I don't want to cause any issues.
Yes, my roommate is never here.
Alright, but you do realize I'm black, and this is a pretty fancy neighborhood. I don't want nobody calling the police thinking I'm trying to break in or nothing.
Oh, shut up. You do realize I'm different. Besides, I'll be a witness. I'll come inside.
That's what they all say.
I'll change, get comfortable, help yourself to the fridge. The bathroom is down the hall.
Okay, for sure. We got chicken in here? Yeah. Okay. I knew this was a bougie house. They got organic stuff.
At first, we were very chill watching Netflix. But he kept on pushing himself on me, kissing me on my neck, grabbing my hand.
Did you tell him to stop?
No. He completely ignored all my nonverbal cues.
Were you afraid?
No, not at that moment.
What happened next?
He started reaching for my breasts, my thighs.
And you said...
Let's relax a little bit. Shouldn't we get to know each other a little bit better?
Oh, I already know a lot about you.
What do you mean by that?
I already Googled you. And I have to say, it is amazing how brave you are.
I hate the internet.
How did that make you feel?
I felt at ease. I felt very comfortable with him. And at that moment, we let our inhibitions go.
What happened next?
We resumed kissing. One thing led to another. Next thing, Michael aggressively grabs the back of my hair, and I briefly perform oral sex at his request, and he tried to do the same on me.
Did you want to perform these sex acts?
Not really. I tried to be nice.
It's my turn.
No, it's fine. It's,
I mean, it's tough. I don't want to do any more talking. No, just leave it back.
I don't remember much. But I do remember Josh coming into the
Hey, what are you doing?
yelling, trying to get Michael
Get
up.
off of her!
What was he saying when he was pounding your face with his fist?
He was yelling, "You fucking bitch! I'm going to fucking kill you!" Next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital, my face rearranged. That's all I remember.
I'd like to present to the jury photo evidence of Michael the Beast Robinson's artwork. This is the rage, the handiwork of Michael the Beast Robinson. Look at it! Look at it! No further questions.
Counsel, your witness?
Your Honor, counsel would like to request a 20-minute break so that Ms. Wise may gather herself.
Granted. Miss Wise, you may step down. We'll see you back here in 20 minutes.
My offer still stands. Savior boy, take the plea. Let's not milk the taxpayers any further.
I'm not registering as no sex offender. Do you think you can win this case or not?
I always think I can win. But it's also my job to advise you what I think is best. But ultimately, it's your choice. Now, if you want me to continue to fight for you, I will. And I do think you should take the stand. Tell your side of the story. But you have to be honest with me now about what really happened that night, so I can maneuver my way around it.
I already told you nothing sexual happened.
How did your DNA end up in her mouth, Michael?
We just kissed. That's it.
It was your semen. These are the questions that the prosecution is going to probe and prove.
Well, maybe she put her hands in her mouth after grabbing my stuff. I don't know. But the motherfucker is lying.
You know, Michael, there's three sides to the story. There's yours, there's theirs, then there's the truth. Now let me remind you of the charges you're facing. Felony aggravated assault, attempted murder, evidence tampering, assault with a deadly weapon, oral copulation by force, intimidation of a witness, and a hate crime. Now I can beat all of these charges, but I need you to be truthful up there. No matter how emasculating, how embarrassing it is, the truth needs to come out. But if you want to take the plea deal, that's up to you.
No plea deal. I can't. It's either freedom or give me death.
Okay. Let's go prove your case.
Counsel?
Ms. Wise, how long have you known Josh Stevens?
For about a year.
And you guys are roommates, correct?
Yes.
Has Mr. Stevens ever mentioned Mr. Robinson to you?
Yes.
did he say?
He said he has this friend that he wanted me to go out with.
Okay. Was it Mr. Stevens that texted you the house was all yours that night?
Yes.
And did Mr. Stevens know that you were with Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Miss Wise, are you currently working?
How can I? I'm still recuperating from my injuries caused by Michael.
Were you working prior to your injuries?
Yes.
What kind of work did you do?
Entertainment.
What kind of entertainment exactly, Miss Wise?
I'm an escort.
Oh. So you are paid to entertain people?
Yes.
Did Mr. Stevens pay you to entertain Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
How much did he pay you to entertain Mr. Robinson, Miss Wise?
Outgoing, I charge $200 per hour, $2,400 total.
Does that entertainment include sex?
Prostitution is illegal. Any sex acts Michael and I acted upon was our own free will.
Did Mr. Stevens ask you to perform any sex acts on Mr. Robinson?
Why would he? He just paid me to give him a good time.
Miss Wise, does a good time include oral copulation?
Objection, Your Honor. Miss Wise has already stated that prostitution is illegal.
Sustained.
Miss Wise, you knew Mr. Stevens was pranking Mr. Robinson.
No.
You first met Mr. Robinson at the karate dojo. That is where Mr. Stevens told you can find Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
And your second encounter was at the church, correct?
Yes.
And you used the ladies' locker room, correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevant question.
Sustained.
Miss Wise, do you pee standing up or sitting down?
Objection, Your Honor. That is totally disgusting and insulting and none of his business.
Sustained. Counsel, let's not ask a question like that.
Miss Wise, at what age did you want to be a girl?
I am a girl. A woman.
I'll rephrase the question. At what age did you realize you were a girl?
5 or 6.
And what is your definition of a girl?
Objection, Your Honor. This is not a psychological analysis.
Overruled. Nikki?
Can you repeat the question?
What makes you a girl?
It's a feeling. Being feminine. I like girls' clothing, shoes, makeup.
How did your parents raise you, Miss Wise?
My late mother raised me well.
Would you say she raised you in a way that was gender non-conforming?
Gender creative.
Gender creative. Miss Wise, what does your birth certificate say?
Non-binary.
You recently had your birth certificate changed.
Yes.
Were you born a male or a female?
I'm definitely female.
Miss Wise, what sexual organs were you born with, male or female?
Objection! Miss Wise has already answered that she is female.
Overruled.
Miss Wise.
That's none of your business.
Miss Wise, please answer the question.
What sexual organ were you born with?
Yes, I have a penis.
Sorry, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Wise, does it get hard?
Objection! Counsel is being disgusting and rude again.
Counsel, I will hold you in contempt.
Did you disclose this information to Mr. Robinson? That you have a penis?
Yes.
When did you disclose this?
I'm not sure when.
Was it before or after the alleged oral copulation?
Objection, Your Honor. She's already stated she doesn't remember when she disclosed her anatomy status.
Sustained.
So is it possible that it may have slipped your mind in disclosing your anatomy status?
I don't think so. Michael said he Googled me.
You've signed job applications before, correct?
Yes.
And when seeking a job, on that application, doesn't that job want to know your work history?
Yes.
So, when seeking a potential sex partner as a transgender person, is it not your moral and ethical obligation to inform the potential sex partner of your transgender status before sexual relations?
Objection. It's an opinionated question and answer.
Overruled.
I repeat the question. Is it not your moral and ethical obligation to inform the potential sex partner of your transgender status before sexual relations?
No.
Given the prevalence of transphobia in the population and the associated violence, wouldn't disclosure maximize your safety?
Mr. Robinson is a violent person. That's all there is to that.
Let's just say you may have forgotten to disclose your anatomy status to Mr. Robinson. You do understand why he would be upset.
Perhaps. But that doesn't justify violence.
You attended Northern Idaho Christian University, correct?
Yes.
And you were expelled for fraud, correct?
No. I was accused of fraud. I left on my own volition.
You are accused of fraud because you checked female instead of male on your application, is that correct?
Either way, I still would have been accused of fraud had I checked male and shown up to orientation looking like a female.
Is that the reason why you had your birth certificate gender changed to non-binary to avoid future fraud allegations?
Part of it?
You know, Ms. Wise, we actually have a lot in common. I too feel I am not who I see in the mirror.
Objection! Your counsel is talking about his self.
Your Honor, permission to continue my cross-examination as it has pertinence to the case?
Overruled.
As I was saying, Ms. Wise, you know we have a lot in common. I too feel I'm not who I see in the mirror. You see, I've always felt like a white man. I consider myself a white man. I feel like a white man stuck in a black man's body. What's so funny, Ms. Wise?
Nothing.
You don't think I'm a white man?
Objection, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm merely demonstrating how we perceive ourselves and the relevancy it has to this case. Your Honor.
Overruled.
I talk like a white man. I act like a white man. You don't think I'm a white man?
No.
Then why not?
Because you're black.
No further questions, Your Honor.
How'd you do it, Michael? Are you a violent person? Are you gay, Michael? You gay? Why'd you do it, Michael? Michael, do you like booty?
Man, hell no, I don't like no booty. What's wrong with you?
Pissed off because it's running late.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Yang is now presiding.
said he was running late.
Mr. Williams, step forward. Counsel, what are you doing?
Coming out.
Coming out of what?
The closet, Your Honor. I'm transracial.
Darnell, don't make a mockery of my courtroom.
I'm not. This is who I am. I'm being serious, Your Honor.
Let's begin.
I call to the stand Josh Stevens.
Why did you hire Miss Wise to entertain Mr. Robinson?
I just wanted to play a little prank on Michael.
Did you expect him to react violently?
No.
It wasn't your idea that they have a sexual relation.
No, it was not, nor my intention.
Why did you invite Miss Wise to go to Mr. Robinson's church?
I don't know. She said she was feeling depressed, so I was like, maybe she needs Jesus in her life. And I wanted her to meet Michael. With him being a man of God, I thought he'd be more accepting of her.
Why did you feel the need to pay Miss Wise?
She said she was short on cash, and I wanted to help out.
You didn't tell Ms. Wise to invite Mr. Robinson home.
Absolutely not, no. I didn't know he was there until I saw him.
What exactly happened that night in the house?
It was about 2 a.m. I got out the shower.
Hello? Nikki, is that you?
Then I heard voices downstairs. So I creeped down because I wanted to jump scare Nikki and record her reaction.
Wait, stop.
Was she resisting him?
No, but she was uncomfortable with his aggressiveness.
Did you hear Mr. Robinson say he had Googled her?
No, I missed that part, but this is what I heard.
I have something to tell you.
Oh, like, if you don't want to do this, it's okay. We don't have to keep going.
No, it's not that. It's, I like you. But I'm afraid you won't like me anymore if I tell you what I am.
Kurt? It doesn't matter to me what you are or what you have to tell me. I'm still gonna like you the same.
Really?
Yeah. What you gotta tell me?
Well, I'm different.
Different, girl? Like, you a werewolf or something? What you talking about?
I have a penis. I was born a male, but I'm still a female. I'm a woman.
Yeah, I already knew. I knew you had a dick. Doesn't change how I feel about you. Ooh, Michael, you are gay.
Josh!
I'm telling everybody.
What are you doing here?
I'm filming his gay ass. You know him? Yeah, this is my house.
Hey, you can't keep recording me like that.
Yes, I can. This is my house.
Delete that shit, man.
Nope.
Man, give me that shit.
Wait. You can legally sue it. Don't get yourself in trouble.
Set me up.
Michael then punched Nikki in the face and knocked her out, and he pounded on her. He was screaming, "You set me up, you faggot-ass bitch!" And that's when he started attacking me. I then suplexed him.
Damn, man! I don't want to hurt you. I was only joking, but fuck, man. I'll erase it, but you didn't have to hurt her.
Bullshit. Let me see your phone. I don't trust you.
You know what, man? Just here, do it yourself.
Fuck you! Now you gonna die.
Whoa, bro. Hey, it's not that serious, man. Hey, dude. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna tell anybody that you're gay, alright? Alright, I was just joking.
I'm not gay. I don't like boys.
Alright? Calm down.
It's too late for you.
Yo, just chill,
now
man.
you finna
Relax.
get the Lord.
Come on.
Don't try to run either. Now, come here.
I got in my boxing position. I ducked his swing and punched him a few times in the face and knocked him out.
Do a damn lie!
You know the truth. I will throw you out of here and hold you to contempt because you disrupt my courtroom again.
And then what happened?
Dude, now get out of my house before I have to call the cops. Let's go. Hey, Nikki, are you okay? Hey, you're all right. Hey, just stay there. Just stay there. Yo, hey, bro, get the fuck out of my house!
Why did you fire 2 shots at Mr. Robinson?
Because I was afraid for my life. Michael unlawfully entered my home.
No further questions.
Counsel?
Do you always keep a gun on you after a shower?
I grabbed it when I heard noises downstairs. Can never be too careful nowadays.
Where are your parents, Mr. Stevens?
They live in Europe.
They didn't bother to come and support you during a time like this?
They're busy, and this is nothing I can't handle.
How did you meet Miss Wise over a year ago?
She answered my room for rent ad.
Were you aware that she was transgender?
Not at first.
How did you become aware of this?
I did a background check.
And what else did you find out about Miss Wise?
I found out about her lawsuit against her school and other media sources from Idaho.
Were you aware that she was in that school?
Yes.
Have you ever dated Miss Wise?
Hell no.
Do you consider Mr. Robinson a good friend?
Well, I thought we were friends.
Until he reported you for cheating on your test.
What is this?
Huh? Yes, you can say that.
You felt betrayed by him.
Yes, but I realized it was wrong of me to cheat. I take full responsibility for it. And I paid the price for it too.
So when inviting Miss Wise to Mr. Robinson's church, your intention wasn't to provoke or embarrass Mr. Robinson.
Not really. It was just a joke.
A $2,400 joke?
It was just a prank.
Sick prank. When you wanted to jump scare Miss Wise, what was your goal in recording Mr. Robinson and Nikki?
Nothing really. I just thought it was funny at first.
What was so funny?
That Michael was making out with a dude.
Transgender?
Yeah. I didn't know he was gay.
He's not gay.
Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
You didn't try to extort or blackmail Mr. Robinson for 2 semesters' loss? You didn't threaten him to post the videos online if he didn't pay up?
Of course not. I gave him my phone to erase it.
So it was your intention to record Miss Wise and Mr. Robinson together?
They came into my house.
Yes or no answer?
Yes, but I didn't tell them to perform any sex acts. That was between them.
But you knew this would anger Mr. Robinson.
Not really. But I'm not responsible for his violent actions. He attacked us with a hammer.
Are we to believe a cheater's testimony? Someone who cheats on exams to get ahead.
I cheated and I regret it, but I'm not lying.
Cheating is lying, Mr. Stevens. You see, I have a theory. You did your little background check, and you lured Mr. Robinson to your home, and you provoked him. You planned this extravagant scheme to humiliate, retaliate, and extort Mr. Robinson by using Mrs. Wise's transgenderism and recording them getting intimate. You wanted revenge because he snitched you out for cheating. Isn't that right, Mr. Stevens?
Not true. It was just a prank. You can't prove that I tried to extort anyone.
Oh, I think we have, Mr. Stevens. Beyond a reasonable doubt.
It's not what you think. It's what you can prove in the court of law, counsel.
And when he rebuffed your evil game, that you conspired against him, you provoked him into a fight, in which you lost. And then you went and got your gun and you tried to kill him. Isn't that right, Mr. Stevens?
Not true. I was defending myself.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'm done with Mr. Stevens.
The defense is making a mockery of transgendered himself and this case, a total disservice. You want to talk about animals? Disgusting. He beat her half to death.
A few bruises.
A few? What, are you blind? She looked like she was hit by a bus. Like she was attacked by a violent animal, a beast, mauled and attacked by a beast.
The brother was attacked and violated.
Oh, he was not. Nick was in the living room while Michael was still in the closet.
Are you implying that the young brother is a homosexual?
What I'm asking is what's he doing in a gay bar? And why was he so comfortable with Miss Wise?
It was lesbian night. The young brother likes women, okay? And what we have here, okay, is the effeminization, the subjugation, the demonization, and the emasculization of a young black man with holy ways and God-given dignity, okay? A violation orchestrated by Josh and Nick.
False accusations. And her name is Nikki.
Nikki, Nick, okay? The point is, Nick has a dick, okay? And you do not violate another man's dignity in the most sickest, heinous, and slyest ways. And then to record it, that's dirty.
Now that's unfair, Quintarius. When you refer to Nikki as it's dehumanizing.
You're right. Nikki deserves respect as a human, but loses my respect for deception. Michael's actions are justified. Bravo to the defense. Well played. Black dignity matters.
Michael knew Nikki was transgendered. He was just caught with his hand down the pickle jar and reacted with violence. And it's not just black dignity that matters. White dignity matters. Gay and trans dignity matters. All human dignity matters. We all have red blood. We should be judged by the content of our character, not by the color of our skin, sexual orientation, our height, what we wear, whatever. And I've been mocked plenty of time for the color of my skin. You know, I've been called a white cracker bitch on social media.
Toy, they don't mock you because of the color of your skin. They mock you because of the stupid things that you say, okay? And all the people that mock you has nothing to do with the degradation of black people for over 500 years, okay? This young brother was sexually assaulted and humiliated by 2 white men, not one.
You know, Quintarius, when you say things like that, that's why you haven't risen past a certain level. Michael is not the victim here. He is the aggressor and the offender. And you're using black privilege again to pull the race card, and that's not what this case is about.
What is this black privilege you speak of?
Oh, like you don't know. Every time something doesn't go your way, you're screaming racism. When the police pull you over, it's racism. When profiled in suspicion of a crime, it's racism. If it's educational, political, or income disparities, you scream systematic racism. How about just being accountable? How about taking accountability for the 70% of crimes committed by black people? Is that racism? No. They are statistical facts. And that's part of the reason why Whitey always calls the cops. Because white people are scared, Quintarius. Not because they're racist. It's because of what black culture perpetuates, and that needs to be addressed.
If you want to talk about culture, let's talk about facts, okay? Whites commit more violence in America, okay? You got crazy little white boys running around shooting and killing innocent people in schools and churches. You got serial killers going around who are predominantly white men, but you want to be scared of black folks? No, sister. You need to study the white culture.
It's not just white people killing and shooting each other. Go study the statistics in Chicago. Blacks are shooting and killing each other at an enormously high rate.
Wait a minute. You just said blacks are committing most of the crime.
But address black culture with the perpetual chip
Let me finish,
on your
man.
shoulder.
I didn't interrupt you. Show some
blaming white.
Show some respect.
Respect?
Don't tell me a damn thing about black culture when it's crazy little white boys murdering all kinds of innocent people. So don't tell me that. We need to study these fanatic white boys.
Okay, so when black on black crimes stop going down in inner cities, you let me know. Until then, stop blaming Whitey.
I live in the inner city.
What have you done for black communities other than play the perpetual victim? I have had fundraisers there. I have given back to inner cities. I have helped and taught there.
And guess what? At the end of the day, beware of false teachers who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves.
Let me tell you something. How dare you say that to me?
It's the truth when it comes to you.
Before going to Club Shabby, did Miss Wise warn or tell you that it was a gay club?
No.
Do you frequent gay bars?
No, this was my first time.
And why didn't you leave when you found out it was a gay bar?
Why would I leave? I was having fun. I don't discriminate against fun.
You were dancing with gay men, yes?
I was dancing with everybody on the dance floor. Again, I don't discriminate.
Is this you dancing in this video?
Yes.
Looks like you were having a gay old time, weren't you?
Yes.
But are you gay?
No.
Doesn't seem to me he hates gay people.
I don't.
Doesn't seem to me he should be charged with a hate crime or anything.
I know.
When you Googled Miss Wise, what were you searching for?
I wanted to see her track videos, see her run.
Did you see anything about her transgender status?
No, saw nothing of it.
Before Miss Wise invited you in, did she tell you about her transgender status?
No, she never did that.
How did you find out?
For this you know with certainty that no immoral or impure person or covetous man who is an adulterer has an inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God.
Come on, put the book down.
Look here, now I'm trying to save your soul. Come here, girl. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed into glory of the incorruptible God, into an image made to be corruptible like man, into birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore God also gave them up into uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever and ever. Amen. For this cause, God gave them up to their own afflictions. For even the women did change their natural use, that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust for one another, men with men, working that which seems unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was me.
I don't need a sermon right now. I want some affection.
Wait, hey. Look, we just met. Shouldn't we get to know each other a little better first?
Come on, aren't you serious right now?
Yes, kind of.
You're funny.
Look. I like you, don't get me wrong. And I think you're very attractive, but like, I don't know you like that. Shouldn't we like talk first or something?
Fine. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about?
Jesus. As I was reading. What was that?
I don't know.
Is your roommate home?
I don't think so. Stop being so paranoid. Come on,
What?
sit down.
What? No, you're not scared?
Don't be so scary.
So you're not scared at all?
Why should I be? I have a strong, big man of God here to protect me.
Oh, sorely has my heart begun. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips
are the
she holds my heart enthralled. Then fill to me the parting glass. Good night and God
What is that?
be with you.
Yo, what's funny? Hell nah, bro. That better not be what I think it is.
You want to feel? Grab it.
How did it make you feel finding out Nikki had an erect penis?
I felt sick. I felt disgusted. I was shocked.
Did you react in violence?
No.
Did she perform any sex acts on you? Such as oral copulation?
Absolutely not. We just kissed and she grabbed my genitalia a couple of times, but I never allowed or forced her to perform any oral copulation.
And then what happened?
You got a whole ass dick, bro.
I get your face. But don't worry. I'm going treatment for my gender transition now.
I don't give a fuck. You totally violated me. I ain't with that gay shit.
Who says you are? How can you be gay when I'm a woman?
You're not a woman at all.
Yes, I am.
Shit, the hell you are? Look, bitch, look. I ain't got nothing against gay people, trannies, whatever letter of the alphabet that you claiming, but you foul for that. You should at least warn me or something.
Warn you for what? You should be a little bit more open-minded.
Open-minded?
I'm still a woman.
Come on.
Oh, you're gay! Oh, World Galaxy Star! They're gonna love this gay shit. Oh, Michael, you are gay! I'm telling everybody. Yep, I'm telling everybody that you are gay as fuck, homie. Homo.
Hey, man, erase that. You ain't got no right to record me like that.
Yes, I do. You're in my house. I'm recording it for my protection.
Yo, erase that.
Pay me 25 grand for my lost scholarship. Then I'll erase it. If you don't, I'll expose you for being gay.
And how did that make you feel? Oh, I was angry. Josh set me up. He had a vendetta against me, so I took his phone and I destroyed it.
And why did you destroy his phone?
Because people use the internet nowadays. Not for knowledge, but to embarrass, humiliate, and degrade people online. I didn't want to be on the internet. I didn't want Josh to accuse me of being gay to the world.
And why don't you want to be a gay to the world, Mr. Robinson?
I'm a Christian. Plus, people believe anything that you post online.
So, how were you able to take Mr. Stevens' phone from him?
I had no intentions on taking his phone nor breaking it, but he kept pointing in my face, screaming, "Galaxy Star! Galaxy Star!"
I'm gonna post this everywhere. All the gay websites. Gay for the Stay, Reach Arounds, all of them. If you don't pay me back my tuition.
Oh, yeah? Give me that goddamn phone. Fuck your phone. Look, Nikki, we're cool and all, but I'm not gay. I'm sorry if I offended you in any kind of way, but I'm not gay. God bless you, hope the best for you, but I gotta go.
Motherfucker, break my phone! Huh? Chill, man, get off me!
Look, man, don't make me have to hurt you. Stop being so damn stupid.
Okay, man, you win. Just let me out. Fuck, dude, chill out.
If I let your stupid ass up, you gonna let me leave in peace?
Yeah, bro, just get off me.
Alright, look, I'm leaving. I don't want no more trouble leaving.
Hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
And that's when I ran across Terry Larson's yard for cover. I was running home, but I saw a police officer. I wanted to report what happened, but I was arrested instead.
No further questions, Your Honor. Counsel?
Michael, why do they call you Michael the Beast Robinson?
Because I'm a beast on the mats.
Do you mind if I call you Michael the Beast Robinson?
You've been calling me that.
Do they call you the Beast because of your violent behavior?
Objection, Your Honor. She's calling him a beast in reference to an animal.
Your Honor, that's his given nickname.
Overruled.
not violent. I compete in mixed martial arts tournaments, so I'm a beast on the mats.
Is it normal for pastors to drink alcohol? A little Jesus juice, is that what you call it?
It was lack of moral judgment on my part.
How many drinks did you and Ms. Wise have together that night?
I don't know.
Roughly how many do you think you had together?
A couple of drinks at the bar.
And were you drunk?
Not really. I still had my wits about me.
It looks like you were having fun.
I was.
Was it fun when Ms. Wise was performing fellatio on you?
No, she never did that.
You do realize you're under oath?
I'm not lying about that. We just kissed. She grabbed my manhood a couple of times, that's it.
What's this manhood you speak of?
She grabbed my private parts.
And you let her?
Yes, because I thought she was a woman.
Do pastors always let people grab private parts on first dates?
No.
But you let Nikki.
Again, I thought Nikki was a she, not a he.
And yet somehow, miraculously, your semen ended up in her mouth.
Maybe she put her fingers in her mouth after grabbing my private parts.
I find that very hard to believe, Mr. Robinson. You claim to be a Christian, right?
I am a Christian.
If you were any kind of a moral Christian, you would abstain from immoral behavior.
I never said I was Jesus.
Oh, but aren't you called Street Jesus as well?
Look, I made a mistake. My judgment was impaired.
How do you feel about gays, lesbians, transgenders?
I don't have a problem with them. I love gays. I love everybody. In John 15:12, and I command this, love each other as I love you. 1 Corinthians 13:13. And of these three remain faith, hope, love. But the greatest of these is love.
Ever use the word faggot?
No, not since high school.
So you haven't used that word in the last few years?
No, I haven't.
Your Honor, if I could have a couple of seconds.
Your Honor, I'd like to submit newly discovered evidence.
Objection, Your Honor. Evidence should not be presented until counsel has sufficient time to examine, prepare, and refute the said to be evidence.
Your Honor, this evidence will refute Mr. Robinson's claims.
Overruled. Admission of evidence granted.
Is that you?
Yes, that's me.
You found me, you faggot ass motherfucker. You a bitch. You a punk ass bitch. You a bitch ass nigga.
You said you hadn't used that word, Mr. Robinson.
That don't count. That guy wasn't even gay. It wasn't directed to gay people.
Is that your excuse?
It's not an excuse. These words can easily fly when someone is upset, but it was not directed towards gays or transgenders.
Are you so easily upset that you burst into uncontrollable rage?
No, I have self-control.
You admit that you destroyed Mr. Stevens' phone because you didn't want to be labeled as gay, because everybody believes everything posted online, correct?
Yes.
You claim Mr. Stevens tried to extort you, is that correct?
Yes.
Are we to believe that the only piece of evidence that would exonerate and vindicate Mr. Robinson, where Mr. Stevens says on video that he's extorting him for $25,000, you destroyed it because you didn't want to be labeled as gay online?
Yes. The internet is forever. I didn't want Josh to tarnish my name.
It's a little too late for that, Mr. Robinson. You know what I think can easily fly, Mr. Robinson? Your lies. The evidence shows that Nikki performed oral copulation on you, and you enjoyed it. And it slightly bothered you that she was transgender because you're a conflicted, self-loathing, in-the-closet gay.
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel statements are inflammatory and accusatory.
Overruled.
But let's just say that you didn't know that Miss Wise was transgender. After she performed fellatio on you,
She never did that.
Mr. Robinson, she reveals to you that she is in fact trans, and that enrages you. That humiliates you. That a transgender, a man pretending to be a woman, sexually assaulted you, took away your manhood without you even knowing it until after the fact. And it enraged you even more that Mr. Stevens was a witness and he was recording the whole thing. And you know what I would do if it was me as a heterosexual man? I'd beat the crap out of Miss Wise and Mr. Stevens. I'd smash their heads in with a hammer. I'd try to kill all witnesses. A big, black, tough man like you can't be manhandled by no lady boy? No way! How could you let that happen? But you didn't dare fight for your manhood because you're too much of a bitch-ass nigga, aren't you? Nikki's got bigger balls than you do.
Objection, Your Honor. The counsel statements are way out of line. She just insulted my client. I request she be held in contempt.
Order! Calm yourself, counsel. I would not tolerate your fractious behavior.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. You tried to beat Miss Wise to death!
Objection,
You
Your
hated
Honor.
her for who she is.
Motion to
but
fight
you
counsel
loved
last
her
wrong.
head game.
They're insulting, argumentative, and provoking.
You damn right I beat their ass. That's what they deserve for setting me up. And now I beat his ass too. Both them dudes. But I didn't try to kill anybody.
No further questions.
Counsel, I find you in contempt of court. Serious sanctions will be rendered. Court will be adjourned until the following Monday. Mr. Robinson, you may step down. Jury, you're excused. Have a good weekend. And bailiff, take Heather Stone into custody.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Miss Stone, right this way. Put your hands behind your back.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen an attorney be taken into custody before. But I believe that the prosecution has helped the state. Miss Stone used a combative tactic to get Mr. Robinson to confess.
Mrs. Stone hurt the state. She lost my trust, and I'm sure the jurors. Her statements were racially charged and racist. It's good she was arrested. She should be disbarred, never to practice again. Now, plead your case for guilt or innocence.
First, let me say this. Regardless of a guilty or not guilty verdict, do not let the outcome of this case split this country apart even further. Because right now we are embattled with arguments that are tearing this country apart in terms of racism, discrimination, homophobia, xenophobia, religious phobia, political divide. We can't let this lead us down a path to instability and incivility. We are a nation built on love and acceptance and tolerance. Having said that, I believe that the jury will find Michael the Beast Robinson guilty. There's too much evidence against him. I think the prosecution did a fine job of proving their case.
I definitely believe that the jury will find this young brother not guilty. The proof's in the pudding. The district attorney, Darnell Williams, a black man, did everything that he could to display beyond a reasonable doubt that this young brother did not do anything wrong.
Your Honor, it's all yours.
Counsel, your closing arguments?
First, I would like to apologize to the jury, the court, Mr. Robinson. I was overly passionate in my arguments. It was out of line, uncharacteristic, demeaning, and insulting to many of you and the Black community. A lawyer's conduct should reflect the legal profession and inspire confidence, trust, respect with all the clients and the community at large. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. But that being said, I'm not here to be politically correct or to coddle feelings. I'm not here to play nice. I'm here to lock up people in cages who behave like animals. That's my job. What if it was your child who was attacked and brutalized for who they are? Does a person deserve to be beaten near death because of their views or sexual orientation? If you say yes, then you're part of the problem and will one day be faced before me. Mr. Robinson destroyed the only evidence that could have potentially exonerated him. If he hadn't, there would be no trial, but he did destroy it. What was he hiding? He was hiding his violent and perverted actions. Michael the Beast Robinson knew the whole time that Nikki was transgender. And after he got what he wanted, he felt guilt and self-loathing. And he decides to beat Miss Wise and Mr. Stevens savagely. Prank or no prank, there is no excuse for violent attacks on defenseless and innocent people. He pretends to be a Christian. Any God-loving, God-fearing Christian knows that if you have a problem with an individual and their views, it's between you and God. No one deserves to be violently attacked for their beliefs, their views, their sexual orientation. I feel like I'm doing the Lord's work by locking up criminals. Let's increase the peace and lock up the beast. He acted out in rage and must be put in a cage. The evidence demands a verdict. A guilty verdict. Thank you.
Counsel?
The Lord's work done by prosecutor. By knowingly locking up innocent people is pervasive and ungodly. The state did not provide any evidence that Mr. Robinson intentionally tried to hurt or kill Ms. Wise or Mr. Stevens. Instead, they relied on contradicting stories, one who alleges she can't even remember key details. Yes, we do agree that Mr. Robinson destroyed his cell phone, but it wasn't because he was trying to hide anything. It was to prevent the vicious spread of rumors amongst the internet. smeared and labeled a gay man? Yes, there was a fight where Mr. Stevens was savagely beaten and Miss Wise hurt in the melee. And now, Mr. Robinson sits here before you facing charges he may not escape. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robinson is not the defendant. He is the victim of several crimes against humanity. A prank orchestrated by Mr. Stevens to humiliate, retaliate, and extort Mr. Robinson. Payback for snitching. Perhaps Miss Wise had no idea she was sexually assaulting a heterosexual Christian man. Look, I have no doubts Miss Wise believes she's a woman. We're not disputing that. But biologically, she will never give birth to a child. And that is what makes a woman, a womb, man. A man with a womb. And that is what Mr. Robinson expected and wanted when getting intimate with Miss Wise. What he got instead was a biological man disguised as a woman in woman features. This is not what Mr. Robinson wanted. As beautiful as Miss Wise may be, it is not what he wanted or expected. We do believe in the right to self-gender determination. That is an American right, to define your gender and expression free from discrimination and violence. It is an evil assumption that all gays and transgenders are immoral or mentally ill. It is an assumption that me and Mr. Robinson strongly disagree with. Now, what Mr. Robinson had to do was defend himself from extortion, sexual assault, his words, his life, his morals, his Christian beliefs from not one but two people. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Robinson is not the guilty one here, but one of these two are, if not both plaintiffs. I'm confident that you will reevaluate the evidence and come to a decision of not guilty. And restore this man's dignity in the name of our Father. Free this man. Free this man. Let him go.
Welcome back. Let's get right to it. Guilty or not? What does this case mean to you? Quintarius, start.
This case is not about attempted murder, not about hate crime, any of that. This case is about sexual assault, racial attack, gender fraud, and extortion. The young brother should have never been the defendant. The jury, black, white, progressive, non-progressive, will find Michael Robinson not guilty. Tori?
This case to me is about building a more tolerable and understanding society. I've been preaching love and tolerance. What is not tolerated in a new progressive society is violence, injustice, and discrimination. The kind of preening society we reach for and attain to that draws the ire of people who want us back in the Stone Age. We have no room for you bigots and haters. in a new progressive society. Jurors will find Mr. Robinson guilty.